Yes, indeed. B. Marsh Box title Eliminator. Kid Galahad from the United Kingdom versus Claudio Marrero from the Dominican Republic. Okay, so this was a good fight right here. Kid Galahad was on his A game tonight. The man was dictating with the jab, switching stances on Claudio Marrero. He was basically outboxing him. You know what I mean? He was using his witty craft to get the victory tonight. Um, I gave round four Claudio. Round two was actually a close round. You know what I mean? The man Claudio, he started going for broke basically early. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Throwing some wide punches, but he was catching him with some left hooks, and he was just touching Kid Galahad everywhere. You know what I mean? Just as long as he touched him with some clean punches. So, I gave him that round, although it was a close round, because Kid Galahad was using his jab and also stepping on Claudio Morero's foot from the orthodox stance, because Claudio Morero's a southpaw. You know what I mean? Um, Round four, Claudio Marrero was also dictating the pace. You know what I mean? With his jab, he seemed more composed, wasn't throwing a lot of wild shots. You know what I'm saying? And, he was letting his left hand go. You know what I mean? But round five, Kid Galahad, man, started having percolating. He was, excuse me, he was using his jab, you know what I'm saying? Double jab, short left hooks, and using a lot of lateral movement. You know what I mean? Circling towards his left to avoid Claudio Morero's left, because Claudio Marrero had success with the left hand in round four. You know what I mean? So round five, Kid Galahad made his adjustments, and he also had Claudio Marrero on the ropes. You know what I mean? And he was letting his hands go, throwing a lot of combinations. You know what I mean? And he had the man Claudio Marrero basically in survival mode. You know what I mean? Round six, same was almost like round five. Kid Galahad was using his double jab. You know what I'm saying? And he was winning on the inside. You know what I mean? With the body shots. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely getting it in on the inside. And the Claudio Marrero, there was some clinching. The referee warned Kid Galahad about the clinching. You know what I mean? But Kid Galahad was letting his hands go on the inside. And then he hurt the man. Kid Galahad hurt the Dominican Claudio Marrero in the seventh. You know what I mean? He hurt him with a straight right hand. He was rocking him all over the ring, had him on the ropes. You know, I thought that what's his name was headhunting too much. Kid Galahad, you know what I mean? When he had him hurt on the ropes, should have been going for some body shots. You know what I mean? Make the man drop his hands, and throw them shots over the top. You know what I mean? Some left hooks. You know what I mean? But the Dominican Claudio Marrero started throwing some mean left hooks. You know what I mean? None of them really caught the man Claudio Marrero. I'm sorry, Kid Galahad. Kid Galahad backed up, but he was in big trouble. He was almost stopped in round seven. You know what I mean? The referee, was looking closely. It was almost a stoppage. You know what I mean? And the man now had a bloody nose, Claudio Marrero. You know what I'm saying? In round eight, the man Kid Galahad switching stances, you know what I mean? His jab, throwing his left hand, basically tagging Claudio Marrero with every punch in the book. And every single punch Kid Galahad was throwing landed. You know what I'm saying? And wasn't looking good for the man Claudio Marrero. And his corner threw in the towel during right after round eight, before round nine started. The man retired on his stool. He ain't want no more. He was getting outboxed, you know what I mean? And getting hurt in the process. Kid Galahad ain't a big puncher, you know what I mean? But he's very crafty, very difficult, tough fighter to fight, you know what I mean? A guy from Brendan Ingle tutelage. I don't know what y'all call it in England, the Wanker Banker gym. You know what I'm saying? This a guy who idolizes Prince Nassim, fights in the same division as Prince Nassim, is an Arab, you know, uh, he's from Arab descent. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So he's an Arab British. So, you know, he won this fight, so he should be having a rematch with Josh Warrington, and rightfully so, because the first fight was close. You know what I mean? I think I had Josh Warrington winning it probably slightly or a draw. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at the rematch. If Kid Galahad can fight on the inside, and to keep a tight defense and make the man Josh Warrington just fight like the club fighter that Gary Russell says he is. You know what I mean? And he should get the W in the next fight. You know what I mean? So, but we shall see. You know what I mean? I think skill wise, I think Josh Warrington. I'm sorry, Kid Galahad is better than Josh Warrington. You know what I mean? He's technically sound. Like I said, he's very crafty and very, he's a difficult style to fight. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys that's a what I'm saying? That's a high risk fighting a guy like the man Kid Galahad. You know what I mean? So better bring your A game. So we shall see, man. But Claudio Marrero is a top 10 guy in the division. In the featherweight division, he lost his last fight, was also a title eliminator versus King Tug Nyambiar, who fights tonight, ironically, versus Gary Russell. So, Claudio Marrero was, he had two opportunities to put himself in title fights. Fortunately for him, he didn't pass the test. Other guys moved on. Now we shall see Kid Galahad versus who wins this IBF title eliminator. We shall see him fight versus the man Josh Warrington. You know what I mean? So be Marsh Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this IBF eliminator. Kid Galahad wins via eighth round retirement. Be Marsh Boxing. I'm gone. Peace.